Another year, just gone. Wasn't it only spring a moment ago? And it isn't only this year. Everyone seems to slip past a little faster than the one before. So here's a quick test. Without thinking too hard, what did you actually do last Tuesday? For most of us, the honest answer is no idea. A whole day of your life, and it's just blank. Now think back to being a kid. One single summer could feel like it lasted forever. Same amount of time, completely different length. Something strange is going on here, and there's a real reason for it. The usual explanation is just arithmetic, and at first it sounds convincing. When you're 5, a single year is a whole fifth of your entire life. But by 50, that same year is barely a 50th, a thin little sliver, so of course each one feels smaller. It's a neat idea. The trouble is, it doesn't really hold up. The speeding up isn't smooth like the math says, and two people the exact same age can feel completely different clocks. So a shrinking fraction can't be the real answer. To find it, we have to ask a stranger question. How does your brain even measure a year in the first place? Because there's no little clock ticking away inside your head, counting off the seconds. Instead, your brain makes a guess, and it bases that guess on one thing: how much it remembers happening. A stretch of life feels long, looking back, when it left behind a pile of memories. And it feels short, barely a blink, when it left behind almost nothing. You felt this yourself on a really good trip. While you're there, the days race past far too fast. But once you're home, that same trip feels enormous in your memory because it was packed with brand new things. So there are really two kinds of time: the time you live through and the time you remember. And the two don't always agree. Which flips the whole question around. It's not really why does time speed up? It's why did your brain stop bothering to save? So rewind all the way to childhood. Back when absolutely everything was happening for the first time. First day of school, first snowfall, first real friend, all brand new, and all of it recorded in vivid detail. It's how one childhood summer can end up holding more than an entire adult decade. Your teens and 20s keep the streak alive. First love, first job, first time living on your own. In fact, psychologists find this stretch leaves more memories than any other time in your life. They call it the reminiscence bump. And then, slowly, life settles down. The same route to work, the same rooms, the same weeks on repeat. Here's the catch: your brain is ruthlessly efficient. It refuses to store what it has already seen 100 times. So a whole year of routine gets filed away as almost nothing. A blur where a year of your life should be. Picture your whole life so far as a road stretching out behind you. Childhood is a long, bright, detailed stretch of that road, while the recent years are a short gray blur. The past ends up bigger than the future. And that's the real reason time speeds up. You never actually ran out of time. You ran out of new things worth remembering. Worse, it feeds on itself. Each year tends to be a little more routine than the one before. So left completely alone, the blur only widens, faster and faster. Leave the rest of your life on autopilot, and whole decades could shrink into the memory of a single long weekend. But here's the thing, that knife cuts both ways. If time is built out of memories, and memories are built out of new experiences, then time is something you can actually grow. A new place, a new skill, even just a different way home. Each little first quietly tells your brain, this one's worth keeping. And no, it isn't about cramming every single day full of activity. It's about being awake for it. Real attention turns an ordinary afternoon into one you'll actually keep, because presence saves while autopilot quietly deletes. You can't add more days to your life, but you can add more life to your days and win that time back in memory. Next year is already being written, and right now, it's almost completely blank. Just waiting to see what you decide to fill it with. So maybe the real question was never how much time you've got left. It's how much of it you'll actually remember.